Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and it's one more week until Anniversary. That means this week is very much a preparation week where we get things ready for the week ahead. Most free-to-play players are probably going to want to save their resources, and if you're a spender, there's one interesting thing about this week which could get you excited in preparation for Anniversary. Before we go ahead and check all that out though, this week's video has a sponsor. Angel Legion is a sci-fi idle RPG similar to Idle Heroes but set in space. You put together a team of angels combining their abilities into epic combos to explore the galaxy, defeat powerful foes, and when all that fighting is over, you can hang out with your heroes in the cabin to relax and unwind. The heroes in this game are fully customizable and you can dress and change the way they look to your heart's content, and there's lots of different heroes in the game for you to experiment with to find which team you like the most for making progress. Exclusive for this week, users on Google are able to get themselves a unique fashion item to customize your heroes, and as well, you'll get 10 free summons. All you need to do is go to your account menu and click on the Gift Redeem button. There, you can enter the code CFHN6418, and that will get you 10 free summons and a unique fashion item. So head over to your heroes, unlock that fashion item, and equip it to whichever hero you like. So folks, why not help out the channel and check out Angel Legion? It's completely free to download, and you can find a link for the game as well as the codes needed to get some rewards in the description down below. Anyway, let's go check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, every day for logging in, we are going to get ourselves 15 mithril pickaxes and a super wishing coin. These are great as they'll help you engage with this week's event, and wishing coins can be used to complete the monthly event for doing 50 wishing coins, which can get you many rewards including 5 soul symbols. Soul symbols are great because they help you undo heroes that you may have already built, and they also can be used to help complete the glory challenge, which is a really important thing for new players. Now, for the value packages this week, you can buy yourself some more mithril pickaxes to help you make more progress in Sky Labyrinth, and there's also gems and wishing coins thrown in there too. Now, maybe it's not a good idea to spend your money on this week's event though, for a few reasons. First of all, there's no treasure train tickets being added with these value packs, and wasting your contract story gems on these packages would not be wise with Anniversary this close. That means I don't think this week's Sky Labyrinth is going to be one that people want to heavily engage with. Yes, you can get your normal rewards, and of course you can get some stellar shards from these sky chests, but I don't think that's probably the best way you want to be using your money. There's no crazy additional benefits added to this week, and actually when it comes to spending, there's something better that I have in mind. Given all that then, we also have mysterious chests, a way that you can spend your gems to get some additional resources. Now traditionally this is great value, and I always try to pick up the heroic summon scrolls and promotion stones whenever I can. However, looking at the rest of this, I think the price is a little bit too high. For many of us, we're going to need tens of thousands of gems moving into Anniversary, and saving every last one of them is going to be really important. Wasting gems picking up these mysterious chests would not be wise this close to a big event. Even normally, I would not recommend buying this because saving gems is so crucial for these big events. So even though Anniversary is next week and it makes that point more important, for a normal Sky Labyrinth, I wouldn't want to pick these up either. That also means because Anniversary is so close, I would not recommend using your gems for additional pickaxes here either, because you will definitely need them for next week. So just approach this event as easily as you can, just take your daily login pickaxes, use them to make some progress in the Sky Labyrinth, but don't worry too much about trying to make lots of progress because it will just waste gems. Next up for this week, we have a Wishing Fountain event. This is offering Fiona as a top reward and gives you many profit orbs and super wishing coins for engaging with this. It would be unwise though, as there are plenty of good wishing coin events, like some of the ones we've had in the past recently, that give you great rewards like sublimation, artifacts, maybe even the new artifact chests, or if you're super lucky, destiny materials. This week offers nothing like that and is merely giving the basic rewards for the Wishing Fountain event. This means you should save your wishing coins and not be wasting them on this. So my recommendation would be don't go spending wishing coins, save them up for something big in the future. And then finally, at the bottom of this week's event, we have a Moonlight gift. There's one thing I don't like about this, which is it has no 500 VIP XP reward that gives starry gems. Traditionally, with a Sky Labyrinth event attached with a Moonlight gift, you would expect to be able to buy your monthly carnival card and get about 300 starry gems in return for that investment. Sadly, DH Games have adjusted the Moonlight gift for this week, but it's very obvious why they've done that. If you look down, you can see the highest level of this is giving you many heroic summon scrolls. And that's because if you look at the event preview, the anniversary event is going to be a heroic summon event. That means then that if you are a newer player, but someone who does want to spend some big money on this game, one way that you can actually get some progress in Anniversary would be by setting up your scrolls. The original way you would do that is the same way you can get resources for any event, which is by buying value packages. But traditionally, value packages aren't that great, especially during Heroic Summons events. The Moonlight gift here, however, is just merely rewarding you these additional summon scrolls on top of whatever you choose to buy to get to this VIP point accumulation. That means, actually, if you look at this, if you spend $100, you're getting 2,500 Prism Starry Gems, which is exactly the same number you would get from a Starry Gem purchase package of the same price. So already you could say it's pretty respectable value. That said, though, there are cheaper ways to get Starry Gems for your account, so if that's all you were doing, maybe not. But you can see here we're getting extra pickaxes, we're getting extra gems, which will be useful next week. You get double rewards in this week's Sky Labyrinth, there's even a flag thrown in there too. But you're also getting up to 75 treasure coupons, which can be super useful, and if you do choose to go all the way to $300 spent, you're getting a whopping 7,500 Starry Gems. So, would you go and buy these value packages here then? I personally wouldn't. I think a really interesting way to approach this event, again stressing that you're a new player who wants to get into spending, you could actually go and just buy $100 packs of Starry Gems. That means if you combine it with the Moonlight gift, you'll have 15,000 Prism Starry Gems on your account. Now, you might not be able to convert them all into normal Starry Gems straight away, but eventually you will, and 15,000 Starry Gems is currently enough to pick you up a copy of someone big, like let's say an A-tier Aspen. You can see there are Aspen copies going for well under 15,000, and that's because there's a huge glut in the market thanks to some recent awakening events we've had in the past. And if you look at the bidding prices, the sales have been really low, and that's great for anyone wanting to get an A-tier hero on their account. So if you're a newer player looking for some immediate spending strategies that you could use to give your account an edge moving forwards, let's say you only started the game in the last month, you could spend $300 on this event, rack up 15,000 Starry Gems, you then get yourself 75 treasure coupons, so you could use those 75 coupons and maybe find 75 elsewhere to do a big 150 open in an event like this where there's an up bonus to a particular type of treasure train item. If you waited for Hero Token to come along, which is probably going to be around in a month or two, you'll be able to get yourself some of the best items in the treasure train, which give incredible bonuses to your attack and HP. Combine that bonus then with the Starry Gems that can get you an A- copy of maybe Vulcan, Aspen, or any other A tier you could possibly want, then yeah, you could set this account up really nicely, even if you've only started maybe within the last few weeks or months. One big problem newer players have with the hype of Anniversary coming around the corner is you guys don't have over 1,000 or maybe even 2,000 scrolls needed to get great rewards in this week. So DH Games know exactly what they're doing. They've made the perfect Moonlight gift for newer players looking to not only get Starry Gems to buy A tiers, but also set up their treasure train and scroll count so that when Anniversary comes along, you can get a huge injection of power, which will give you enough to have an A-tier hero with a nice train behind them to make progress going forwards. And heck, if you were able to do that on your account, you could then never ever spend on the game again, and your account would be beautifully set up. You could use Anniversary to springboard your progress forwards, and by using that A-tier, you can make a lot of progress early on in the game. All you would need is a Transcendence hero eventually. And you might say, oh, but that's silly because it takes me forever to convert 15,000 Prism Starry Gems into normal Starry Gems. Well, yes, that's true, but if you're a newer player, it also takes you a long time to get your first Transcendence hero, so it doesn't even matter, because you need to unlock the Compass of Transcendence, start collecting Crystals of Transcendence, and then finally, once you've managed to get a good total from engaging with the Void, and obviously you'll always be choosing Stellar Shards to give you some resources to improve those heroes, yeah, you'll be able to build yourself a Transcendence hero. And yeah, you're not going to look like me, but you could have an A tier of a hero you like, able to make progress in a few months' time. So all you'd be doing is setting up your account for that final moment when you do reach level 130 and you can build a Transcendence hero with Tree of Origin when you finally get to that point on your account. So is it easy to do? No, but I think DH Games have really addressed a common problem that Anniversary used to have, which was a lot of newer players approaching Anniversary wouldn't have the scrolls. So if you're a spender in the market to get some A tiers and perhaps some extra scrolls for Anniversary, this is such a good event. However, if you're a free-to-play player, don't worry about it. You don't need to engage with this at all. You can just go ahead and save your gems and just play with Sky Labyrinth as a free-to-play player getting 15 pickaxes every day. And I think I would recommend that to most people, regardless where you are in the game, because next week's event is going to be so substantial. As you can see, next week's event is a Heroic Summons event. We'll be able to choose the hero that we want to get from the Heroic Summons, which is nice because it's going to be a Transcendence event. They're going to be turning the hero recently released, Alakita, into a Transcendence hero, which means we'll get to see how powerful she is next week. So if you want to catch my thoughts and feelings about Alakita, hit that subscribe button, as I will be making videos about her in a week's time. And we have our Hero Exchange event giving you copies of some of the previous Transcendence heroes we've had released to the game. The Palace of Eternity will allow you to get extra copies of whatever hero you choose next week, whether you're a newer player going for Eloise's or carries, or an experienced player just looking for copies of someone to awaken. And finally, there's the Palace of Crystal, which lets you get the crystals needed in the Palace of Eternity, and of course, Anniversary itself, which will have many different events, allowing us to get tons of resources. We'll be able to get extra contract story gems, relics, cores of transcendence, stellar shards, crystals of transcendence, so many things thrown at us. There's going to be destiny materials, there's going to be the new artifact chests, there's going to be abilities to swap your artifacts, swap your skins, and for big news about Anniversary, make sure you subscribe because I will be reviewing that event when it goes live, and it will be a lot more substantial than this week's. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for Anniversary, and let me know in the comment section the thing you're looking forward to most about Anniversary this year. Hopefully we've given you guys enough notice. I've told you for months now that you need to be saving your gems and scrolls for next week's event, and it is going to be absolutely incredible. And I really hope that DH Games makes it easy for us to get these good rewards. So folks, whether you're a free-to-play player or a spender, I think there's definitely something to look forward to in the week to come. And if you're a newer player who is used to spending big money, then you could use this week's event to springboard you into the week to come. But let me remind you guys, save your gems, don't use them this week, because you will be needing them next week. Also, why not help out the channel and check out Angel Legion, our sponsor for today. Their game is completely free to download, and you can get some codes in the description down below to help you on your journey. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course, have an amazing week. And as always, happy idling.